Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We got a nice review to do today. CRF450RL. What's going on? All right, well, much anticipated ride right now. This is the CRF450RL for 25 from Honda. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to hear me say this a few times today, but this is the CRF450R with blinkers on it so you can ride it on the road. It's absolutely insane. Like my typical ride review for ADV bikes, you know, as you've seen on my channel, is I'm like, oh yeah, this is the bike, this is the creature comforts, this is how they work, comfortability, blah blah blah. This is not the review that I can give you on this bike because this bike is not designed for that. This is literally riding a motocross bike on the road legally. I mean, the clutch is harsh, the throttle's harsh. The gearing is harsh. For the street, it's not designed. It's like a chainsaw with wheels that wants to spank you. I just want to talk a little bit about this because, again, impression on this bike. Is this a true dual sport? Honda is saying yes, asterisk. I can't put this bike into the same category as like a KLR, any of the big thumpers. It just does. It seems like it's like the kid with ADD that just doesn't belong because it's a super aggressive power band and bike setup that wants to love you, but just has such a bad attitude. So let me break it down for you. And again, this is just to the point, non-paid reviews here. Very limited technology on this bike. If you look at like a Suzuki DRZ4, like their brand new bike they just came out with, it's got a fuel gauge and it's got ABS. It's got traction control, 4 different ride modes. This bike has nothing. This bike is like, okay, you wanted a motocross bike that's a ripper, so we're not going to give you anything but the bare minimum that we need so that this thing can be titled and plated. And that's what they did. You've got a speedometer, trip meter. It actually does give you an EPA estimated gas mileage MPG thing, and there is a fuel light. Okay, so if you get low on fuel, the low fuel light will come on, but that's it. That's it. We're talking less than 300 pounds. A legendary motor that has proven itself for a long time, and a very aggressive platform. Completely aluminum frame, completely aluminum subframe, swing arm, very aggressive riding stance. The clutch is harsh. The throttle is very harsh. It's touchy. It's the motocross bike that you have ridden before, except now you have blinkers. If this is what you're looking for, this bike is a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's exactly what I remember when I took my old 650R and did the Baja design kit and threw it on the road. The bike was super fun, although that bike was a little heavier than this one. The bike was super fun, but it was not comfortable for road tripping. So if you were going to go on like a long road ride, just not the bike for you. I mean, about an hour and on pavement and you're like, I'm done. Next. This bike, I feel the DNA is the same. I feel it. Lot of power. Just a tremendous amount of power, especially right off the line like a big thumper. But not belonging in the same, shall we say, queue as like a KLR 650 or maybe even like the XR650. I mean, it's just a different feel. It's a much more refined, more comfy, much bigger and heavier, but a tank. This bike is, again, the aggressive kid that just wants to rip. It's got a ton of power. It's super lightweight. You can huck it around like no problem. The brakes are very good. But it's geared. It's geared for single track. You could just pull you could just pull the tire right off the ground. It's crazy. I would love to put like an FMF exhaust on this thing. I bet you it would sound so nice. But I don't know if you can see me doing this, kind of like giddy up on the horse here, but the throttle is it's got that motocross feel to it. You just, you touch it and it wants to go. You touch it and it wants to go. I'll tell you where I could see this bike just being super fun. Let's say you want to go do some off-road, maybe even hit a sand pit, and you don't want to put this in the back of your truck or on a trailer. This is it. Just make sure the roads that are going there, you're not going down like I-95, because this bike is not made for, 75 miles an hour all day long. And also, it's not very comfortable. Like this seat literally feels like I'm sitting on a 2x4. But again, off-road, are you normally sitting on your seat? Not unless you're an idiot. So that's what you're getting. So as far as expectations go, if you're going to get one of these bikes, kind of understand what you're getting into. You're buying a motocross bike that can take a license plate, and that's it. No fuel gauge, no cruise control, no ABS, no traction, no modes, no nothing. It's the motocross racing bike that you want, and with a few tweaks it can be even better. But it's ready to go, and it's ready to go into the unknown. This type of bike, in my opinion, is a real niche market, because there's not a lot of people that want to go aggressive or as aggressive like this bike is, because it's just not a bike that everybody is going to want. Me, Daddy liked this bike. Just non-stop wheel spin as much as you want. I mean, it's just got the power. It's just got the power. If you're looking for a bike that's a little bit... Hold on a second. Stand up, you witch. All right. If you're looking for a bike that is a little bit tamer, and a little bit more creature comforts, I would steer more towards like the Suzuki DRZ4. That bike really nails it, but it lacks a little bit in the power side, although it isn't that bad. Another bike I might compare this to, boy, it's a tough one, because it's like, I want to compare this to just the CRF450, but I mean, we're talking kind of a dual sport. Boy, I don't know. That's a tough call. I'm kind of at a loss. It's a very unique bike. It's very visceral. It's very hands-on throttle feel. Maybe some of the KTMs. I think the EXCs from KTM would be a pretty close match for this, actually. I think those bikes would be close, but this bike feels more raw, and you feel more connected to it. You feel more like you need to go get a chiropractor to check you out after you're done. I don't know. I don't know. Expensive bike though, too. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that, but these are like $11,000 to $12,000 depending on where you get it. So you're paying for riding red, and you might be in the red, but for what you're getting, I mean, this is a pretty cool bike. Out of all the bikes I've demoed from Honda, and I actually have done everything except the 300, which I don't really know why I would. This is my favorite bike for the thrill of the throttle, because it's there. If I wasn't on a ride, you could literally wheelie this bike right down the road, because it's just so... I mean, it's got so much power. In fact, I would say this bike has so much power that if you're not an experienced rider off-road or in the dirt, come on, dude, then be very careful, because you could definitely get yourself into trouble just by thrusting the throttle. Just by twisting the throttle a little bit, you could put yourself into a world of hurt for sure. My closing thoughts on this bike would be, would I buy one of these? I don't know if I would buy one of these brand new because there's so much money, but it's an awesome bike. And so if I was able to find one of these secondhand, I would definitely consider it if the price was right. I wouldn't buy one of these as my daily driver just because it's too raw. It's just too raw of a bike, even for commuting. Unless you commute like the Oregon Trail to work, I would not consider one of these. But as a bike to go do the BDRs, specific purpose-built weapon, this bike is it. Because what it does is exceptionally well on single track, dirt roads, all that type of stuff. On the pavement though, you find yourself reaching for another gear kind of quickly, and also the comfort factor on the bike is difficult because it is very aggressively raw and in your face. And I've been called aggressively raw before as well, by the way. So it's not always a bad thing. All right, well, I've mumbled enough about this bike. I'd love to know your comments down below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe because we love to hear from you. Until next time, my friends, please ride safe.